What's going on, guys?
What
It's
up, fam?
Tuesday. It's 6 p.m. You all know what's it about. Time on the water, live, beyond the rod and reel. I got to throw that in because it is beyond the rod and reel. We're not fishing right now. So, you know, what can I say?
I,
Right?
I feel like you could have done that better. Let's try again. Let's start over.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Time on the Water Live, 6 p.m. Where else? YouTube. And we have a special guest today. I've been watching your stuff online, man. You paint some crazy baits. None other than Brothers Brim.
What's
What's
up,
up,
people?
man? How's it
Long
Big
time,
going?
brother.
shout out, to Poseidon first in the comments.
What's up? So Daniel's not going to be able to join us today. He's out of town. Bummer. I hate him because he does the best intros, but I love him at the same time. Oh, dude, intro like no other, right, Luke?
I had a really good intro ready. You just didn't let me do it.
Oh, dude, take two, go for it.
No, no. We just need to move this thing forward.
All
We'll
right,
try it next
so
time. Daniel's gone.
dude, we got some stuff to talk about today. We got
Hell
fishing
yeah.
to talk about.
Community
But
events.
we like talking about community events coming up. So we got what do we got, Luke? We got Tackle Meet coming up this Saturday
We got Tackle Meet coming up this Saturday.
out in Costa Mesa.
We're not gonna be there at this one, but after that one we have one on the 4th, and I believe that we're gonna have adjoining Fish RX and Bait Slingers booths.
That's sick.
Nice,
And then
nice.
I can't remember the exact date. I think it's the 24th. We're gonna have Taco Meet San Diego.
I'm stoked for that one.
I wish I was out there.
So we'll get to that. Cause I want to ask you. I'm like, we'll get to that. What else do we have going on? I think there was one more thing.
Normally I would kind of talk about what's been going on at the wall, but I actually had to call off my charter sick for the first time ever last
Oh,
week.
there you go. You read my mind. So,
So
Chris,
yeah,
have
I
you
don't know
been
what's going on at the wall.
what? And you didn't have your truck. How was the wall before last week?
Wall's always good.
The wall was always good. It treated you
Yeah, but
well.
I was interested in what was going to be going on with this water heating up, if that was going to turn it on or shut it down.
Hey,
Because I
Chris,
think
you don't got light. You got some light. I think he froze. Are you frozen? Oh, I think he froze. All right, we'll wait until he comes back on. So you were saying, Luke? Sorry.
Oh yeah, we've had a huge temperature increase offshore. Now I don't know exactly what the temperature increase has been in local water, but the report I was reading was that offshore the water went up like 9 degrees with this offshore heat wave.
What's up, Izzy? Talk about that real quick before we get Chris back on. Like for the
Well,
people that
that's
don't
that's
know about
why.
that.
So normally when we have a heat wave, it's inland, right?
Hmm.
So this current heat wave, and I believe it's separate from the hurricane. I could be wrong, but there's an offshore heat wave, which is why we have so much more humidity than we would normally have. Like
Mm.
everyone's going like, "Oh, it's so humid, it's so humid." It's because the heat wave's happening offshore.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, it caused offshore a 9 degree temperature difference. I don't know what it's caused inshore.
Hold on. Um,
65.5 inside today. That's actually not too high.
not too high.
65.5 seems like it's pretty cold.
Hold on. I can't see him trying to come back in. Uh, take the realms. Take the helm. I'm a.
Well, fellas, it's just me and you now. So Charlie's hopping off. He's going to go see if there's any help that is needed with logging back on. And in the meantime, yeah, like I said, I can't really talk about the wall because for the first time ever, I didn't make it out. But yeah, we got some interesting stuff coming up. We got the Long Beach Tackle Meet on the 4th. So me and Daniel, Fish RX, are going to have adjoining booths. And we got some interesting stuff coming. We got some new stuff for the show, some new designs. I believe he's gonna have some new colors And there's some other stuff that are some maybes, so I don't really want to talk about them and drop it yet, but potentially some cool stuff that's in the works. If it's not at that one, it'll probably be done by the San Diego show.
All right, we're back. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, that's why this this is raw, man. It doesn't
Yeah,
get
man.
edited. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. So you were saying, Luke? I don't know. I was backstage.
Nothing. I was done. I was just wait. I was saying there's some cool stuff coming out from Bait Slingers and Fish RX, and I'm not going to say what it is just in case it's not ready by the 4th. But we potentially have some cool stuff coming out.
What about you, Chris? What do you have coming out with Brothers Brim? Do you have anything
Oh my
new?
God. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So one huge thing that I've been working on for a hot minute is Sammy Dread from Lake Dub and I. We've been
Big
clicked
shout outs
up
to
for-
Sammy.
Hell yeah, Lake Dub music all day. But my buddy's been, throwing back this idea with me back and forth, and I really wanted to connect with the Spotty game, right? So I was like, look, bro, I'm like, why don't we do a collab? You know what I mean? And that's something I always like to do weird shit that's out of pocket. I like to kind of work with people outside of fishing, things like that. So once I found out he was into fishing so much, I was like, let's do it. And I actually,
So you guys know each other. You guys know each other for a while already.
sort of. It's kind of hard to explain. Like the thing about Brothers Brim, man, is we end up collecting people just like organically, right? And
Yeah.
so like that's like Lunchbox Tats, man. Like homie's been
Big shout outs to Lunchbox.
the guy is a fucking stick. But anyway, we just, I liked his music. I reached out to him. I wanted to do some art for him. He liked my stuff. Kind of started that way. But we're doing a collab together. I have an art piece mural that will go with a actual like tackle box full of spotty gear. And one of the designs this is actually called the Slug Dread Slug. It's going to be in a cream and a brown color because we finally came up with a colorway we wanted to go with. But this was specifically designed with me and Sammy together and for those waters out there, man. And so I'll have this. They'll have a variant of a goby or a craw. And Sammy was telling me, he's like, dude, I got to have that blue crab. So the craw is going to be in blue crab. And these, I got one that's a little brighter, so it's easier to see. But it's a goby. And these gobies come in 2.8 all the way up to 4.
How do you like to rig those?
So me personally, working in the waters I do, or if I was to go even where my dad lives in South Florida, I like to nose rig them. So
you're a Florida guy.
Sort of. I'm not in Florida now, but I like to rig
But you
them.
fished Florida before.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, peacock bass. My favorite thing about Florida, not to get off topic, I'm ADD squirrel, man. Dude, you guys ever been peacock bass fishing?
He has.
Oh my God, man. So I have this theory. Go ahead.
Okay, wait. If you had to compare, have you fished calico before?
I only been one time.
Okay,
man.
what pulls harder?
Dude.
Man, dude, come on.
No,
I don't know.
I'm gonna hurt you for a minute.
Why would you even ask that?
Who pulls harder?
Based off my experience, peacocks all day.
Oh.
But that's because no, hold on. That's because I need more. I need more experience with calicos, man. But
I landed a 5-pound peacock.
Yeah.
On 10-pound line.
Yeah.
You will not land a 5-pound calico on 10-pound line.
No way.
You will not.
So you caught largemouth and smallmouth, yeah? All right.
Smallmouth.
So the way I'd compare it from what I've been told, right? Because I know peacocks. I don't know calico that bad, that much. That's where I leaned on Sammy for that one. But unfortunately for me too, when I moved out of California, I was more of an inland guy. Which anyway, the way I've heard it explained is peacocks would be like a largemouth hit. Spotties would be like a smallmouth. Because dude, a 2-pound smallmouth will make a 5-pound largemouth look like shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of put this back to Oliver and I. He said that there is not a fish shaped like a bass that pound for pound outfights a spotty.
That's what I've heard.
You will not know if you have a spotty or a calico on the end of your line until you pull it up.
True.
So calico is like a spotty that just keeps getting bigger.
Oh man, dude. Dude.
I couldn't have said it better.
You're not gonna come across a 5-pound or an 8-pound spotty.
Yeah.
You might be the one lucky guy that gets that world record 5-pound spotty.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the world
dude.
record's like 5.1. But you're gonna get the 5-pound calicos, and they're gonna pull button down drag. You're not getting a peacock pulling button down drag unless you're in the Amazon.
Dude, the calicos, from my understanding, get very large, very girthy. Spotties, it'll be a smaller build, but they fight like a train. Is that true?
Dude, even the small ones will hit you hard.
But same thing. We've had days with calicos
Yeah.
where you're only catching small ones, and it's
And
like these guys are nuts right now.
They feel like big ones.
And by the way, I love catching peacocks. They're awesome.
Yeah.
But a 5-pound peacock, just like you tie them tail to tail, 5-pound peacock and a 5-pound calico, and that peacock's getting drowned.
I love it. So like my whole thing when people go down to Florida, they're like, "Oh, peacock, dude." I'll tell you what, I got an ultralight and I was catching tilapia, and tilapia fight like a mule, man. And so like, I'm not
I was catching Oscars. Those things were fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude,
so
I love
Oscars on little jerk baits.
Yeah, we were using little like 2.8 Kitex, man. Like that's crazy. But
we got Lake Dub.
Oh,
yeah, we had little rapalas, and we were catching like Oscars and gar, and it was just a blast.
Let me ask you this, because something I've been thinking about, because I really, really want to get out and hit those spotties hard, just because everything that's been explained to me. When you use a jerkbait for peacocks, you can catch 2 peacocks and that thing's done. They'll destroy it, right?
Really?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if it's like a Vision 110.
Yeah, and most definitely. That's why I always change the hooks out.
There's one smaller. It's like the Vision 110 Junior. That's actually, I think, better for peacocks.
It is. It's more stout, but even then, I mean, after a day of solid fishing, you could have that thing blown out. So
I caught a calico on a Vision 110. It was a 4-pounder.
Yeah.
And it was out of the box, brand new. I caught a 4-pounder, and it had two different hooks. I don't know how to say it. There's 3 points to a treble.
Right.
2 points were straightened out, and 2 points were snapped off, and two were intact.
Yeah.
But also think about, it depends where you're fishing spotties. If you're fishing grass, I think the jerkbait can work. But if you're fishing structure, it just depends, right? Like how deep it goes, or what depth water you're.
You gotta be committed to catching them on a jerk. Like it's.
Yeah.
I feel like with bass, we can go. Let's go catch largemouth today. The best thing to catch them on is a jerkbait.
Yeah.
I don't think the best thing to catch a spotty on is ever a jerkbait. It's more like I want to catch a spotty on a
bite catch.
So we're gonna commit to it.
So
or a bite catch.
Part of my madness behind some of my lure design isn't necessarily like predictability, but I like trying to figure out things that are unconventional, that are hardy. So my question was more in the matter of will they destroy it as fast like peacocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. No, it sounds stupid, but I'm wondering.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
potentially harder. They got harder mouths.
That's what I figured. Because I see.
Because a peacock has more. A peacock's not really a bass, right?
Right.
It's a cichlid. So
it's a cichlid. Yeah.
It's actually got a softer, smaller mouth.
Yeah.
Where imagine a spotty's got a mouth more like a smallmouth.
Yeah.
But even harder. They're crunching on saltwater craws.
That makes sense, man. Yeah, well, and the reason, I got my wheels spinning. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Is like
no, you go.
I've been playing around. I've been playing around with jig heads, a lot of different jig heads, and I've got these 1 ounce jig heads that are super hardy. I've been playing with powder coating and stuff with them, just for different things. But I love fishing though, man. Like I'm not a size queen. I'm not all about that, And so if I know I can get into a mess of like smaller fish that are going to be hella aggressive, that's a good time, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, exactly. It's always a good time. It's always a good fight, especially when you find a couple in one spot,
Yeah.
It could be like we were fishing. Sorry, we were fishing. That's what I'm saying. Like we were fishing stripers one day.
Yeah.
And we were fishing jerkbaits, trying to catch striper on jerkbaits, and I ended up catching like a 2.5 pound spotty on a little Yuzuri. I don't know. It was like a.
It's so funny because Charlie's like, damn it, it's just a spotty. because we could see the striper, but this guy had to have been running with the striper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I go,
it's no
Charlie,
way.
you just caught your PB spotty on a jerk bait, and you're saying
Size
damn it.
wise, weight wise, because I never weight. I measured my last one. It was like an 18, and I didn't weigh it. So weight wise, that was my PB.
Hell yeah.
2.5 pounds.
And
it was fat.
He's just pissed. He's just pissed that it wasn't a striper.
I run into the same shit out here. So smallmouth. I'm in Iowa right now, but smallmouth, man, there's a window to get in these massive smallmouth. Yeah, it depends on water levels, all that crap. But I just love how they hit in this particular time of the year because they're chasing forage. And sure as shit, every time I go, I catch a pike, like a massive pike, and I'm like, that's cool, but I want to.
You thought you had the lake record on.
Yeah, man. One thing I love about the spotty and calico fishing, though, and I've seen a lot of this through what you guys been doing with your community out there, saltwater collective with the kayaks. I got a TBI, traumatic brain injury, so sometimes my shit's messed up. But what is that collective called?
Waterman's Collective and Salty Bastards.
Salty Bastards, man. Yeah. So I was looking at what Salty Bastards were doing, and the thing I love, man, is what got me into fishing was like urban environments and water coming together. And I love the shit you guys are doing. I love.
Yeah, man. They've done it really well, man. Charlie,
some of the stuff you were taking pictures of was way cool, man. It makes me miss that area a lot,
dude.
A lot, man. Yeah.
It's cool. It's a scene because it like. You can go to some popular areas, like you can go to Florida, where fishing is king, and you don't have anything like the tackle meet. Like you don't have anything where we're like, hey, once a month, every vendor gets to hear together like it's a swap meet, but it's all fishing companies. Not people selling used gear. There's some of that, but like companies are here.
Yes.
I can't think of another community doing that.
Well, and just this, like my huge thing, everybody always asks about the Wu-Tang tattoo. They're like, why do you have Wu-Tang and the Misfits, right? And Wu-Tang coming together, it's unity, right? Misfits, it's fuck around and find out, right? There's two sides of me. But the thing I love about the fishing community the most, is, and you nailed it, brother, is like that communal essence. When you come together as a tribe, man, and you guys have that on lock in that area because out here, you try to network with people out here, and they kind of have that old Southern fishing. Like back in the day, you go down south and, hey, what's up? Whoopie whooping the third. What are you fishing with? And they're like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Well, I'll tell you what, too. It was like that here too, right? Like you couldn't just walk up to anybody and be like, hey, what you fishing? Teach me. You will find that one off. You'll find that one off guy that's willing to like share with you.
You know what? I'm gonna say I think Cast and Crank changed a lot of that because
yes, he did.
He started talking to people and then he started throwing events. He started having like he would have like live broadcast at the brew houses and then started the toy drives.
The thing with the toy drive too is he would bring so many different eclectic groups together, and that's the cool thing too. Like Sammy can bring in that music edge. You got people from tattoo scenes, but always the California way is you got to have it in. You got to, where's your grandma stay? But
I wanted to just showcase something real quick. I'm pretty excited about, this Fish Show magazine.
Oh yeah.
New issue 3. It's like a lot of us here in the local scene got a chance to be a part of something cool.
It's all SoCal.
Yeah.
So big shout outs to Nick for helping out with putting this together for us. Super cool.
Yeah,
one thing,
but yeah, the SoCal episode, you got to check it out.
One thing I was going to say about what you guys are doing out there in media is amazing because like. Back in the day, we used to have Blue Torch, the channel where on public access, they show people skating, they show underground punk bands, stuff like that. And that was like, people were like, where are you from? I'm like, that's my people, right? That's my tribe, But fishing's starting to get back that way, or there especially. And I love the media you guys, like people are putting out over there, the videos, like it's not just bullshit fishing content. It's artistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it because it encompasses that whole culture, man.
I'd say it's me, Daniel, and Charlie have all kind of embraced this and not knocking anybody, but there's a certain group that's like, hi, what's up, YouTube? I have a live anchovy here today. We've kind of moved away from that and been like, we're just going to kind of do this crazy looking video. And if it gives you a seizure, whatever, And if it gets less likes, that's not what it's like. I'm doing what I like to do.
Yeah.
And if you like it, awesome. And if you don't, you don't. But we're not sitting there going, what gets us the most random people? It's like, no, we just want to do some stuff that looks cool.
Well,
Yeah.
I said this before. Somebody asked me, they said, how do you come up with your ideas? What's your deal? How come you're crazy? Whatever. And I'm like, look, man, nobody's asking for Brothers Brim at all. Nobody cares, right? I create the demand. So I just create stuff that I like. I stand behind things that I like and I operate how I like. And that might sound arrogant in a way, but the thing is when you feed self first, you can love other people, right?
Let me tell you something to that, Chris. It's people's perception, right? Like
Yeah.
to somebody is gonna be arrogant, but you're just confident, you know?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like that for everything, right? Like people are gonna perceive you how they want to perceive you. But at the end of the day, if you're true to yourself, guess what? People are gonna love you, man. Like regardless.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how that community gets built too, because it's corny as fuck, but real recognize real, right? When you're organic, you naturally draw that attention, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my world, in the military, right? You know who's going to peter out and who's not, right? So when the thing clicks off, you know exactly who has your left and right. You know who you can trust. You know who you can lean on. And that's a real thing, man. That is a very real thing.
It is.
I'm in Iowa. I could call Sammy right now and be like, "Dog, I'm in a predicament. I'm in a problem," and he will right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's having that backup, right?
yeah,
And it's always cool to have somebody like that, man.
yeah,
In any situation, right? Like,
yeah, and the best thing about fishing though is it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter where you come from. You know you're third strike felon about to hit that final low, or you're a sheriff deputy. I mean, none of that shit matters when you hit the water, man.
Mm-hmm.
You
all
know?
that goes out the window, man.
Yeah.
So let's move on to this. You do have some crazy stuff. You do have some unusual crankbaits and top water baits. Talk about that. Are you making that your own, or are you like turning certain things?
Real quick. I was kind of scrolling your page today, and we were talking without Charlie, me and Daniel from Fish
Oh,
and I called him up and I was like, dude, I need to pull out the airbrush and paint some cranks.
Do it,
inspiration or what?
Yeah,
dude, you got some.
I was looking.
So,
I was looking at your stuff because when I first started doing the Instagram thing, I was painting lures before I moved into chartering, and I was like, I gotta pull the paints back out.
You remember TJ Hatfield?
I don't.
Oh my God, man, he was a very unique painter back in the day, and he kind of fell off the map because he's a real good friend of mine. But if you look at Hatfield Customs, you'll see he's got some heat. He was painting for Lincotti and all kinds of different people, but he kind of painted for whoever he felt like. He was one of those people like, if I like the lure, I'll paint it. But anyway, that's how I felt when I saw his stuff. I was like, oh my God, I have to do my thing, you know? But what was your question, brother?
So yeah, like, are you making those lures like the, what is it, a predator top water?
It's yeah. So Brothers Brim is kind of like a collective. I'm the sole proprietor, but I have a tribe, if you will. You know,
okay.
The guy I work with, Andy, my buddy Andy Lewis. I always call him Lou Shits because that should be his name. But he's an engineer, CAD designer, 3D guy, all that. He's a stick with fishing, but he has no artistic ability at all, right? So what happened is I can come up with designs all day, function, all that. The only problem is I don't have the means to produce it in large production, right? So him and I just like Voltroned, right? So the Xenomorph, the baby Xeno, it's a Xenomorph style wake bait. That's actually his baby. I just produce it, right? I produce it and I paint it for him. So essentially, Superpotamus Designs is Brothers Brim. Brothers Brim is Superpotamus Designs. We're kind of it's like that Wu-Tang thing. Like we're a set, but we do our own shit. But most of the stuff I do make on my own is proprietary. A lot of my soft plastics, a lot of my hard baits. I do like to get some blanks sometimes and paint them just because I can't stop painting. And sometimes I don't want to like let that resin cure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm getting away from that though. It was a way for me to have a canvas and start. And now I'm like, I want 100% my own stuff. Like for instance, this is my truck stop sushi hard bait. This is a prototype right now because I'm
nice,
working with,
dude.
I'm
I like
working
the face, man.
Yeah. It's really real aggressive, real fat, dude, this thing stalks when you reel it real slow, stock slow, but when you burn it, it's got an erratic whip, and then you can also twitch it. You know, you change up the hooks a little bit, all of a sudden it's more subtle to the water column.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which it's a very dynamic bait. And the other weird thing is I do this thing called a sprocket tail. Kind of has a heavier pump to it. I design most of my baits that I design. I go after that aggressive strike, because most fish are going to feed off of predator strike or feed. They want to eat or they want to kill, right? So I try to always go after that kill mechanism, because it's like if somebody would talk shit to my wife, I'm going to turn off my brain. I'm going to see red. I'm going to attack, right?
Won't we all?
But I mean, it's just it's a funner way to fish, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I'm you can tell from just talking to me, I'm ADD squirrel, dude. So like I like active all day, active, you know. And so that's one of my baits. Another proprietary thing to give you an idea is a large version of it, but this is called a Trilobyte. This is 100% my brother and I's design, because Brothers Brim was originally me and my brother. My brother had to step out because of his professional needs. But he's still there. He's still a part of it. But anyway, this is a Trilobyte. This thing was designed to skip. It was designed to hold scent. And the other crazy thing about it is it mimics most forage that you're going to find. I mean, even in sea. So this thing's bad. I'm working on a revision of this, so the cuts are deeper and you have more of an origamic flow. But this is still a damn good pitch and flipping, you know, trailer, top water. I like putting an underspin on this big guy. This is a 7-inch. It goes all the way to 2.8. So real small to big. So we got that. Another thing that I'm really, really proud of, and I'm going to make this in a Magnum style, up to 12 inches, but this is called a Giggle Brim. It's hard to see, but it's got a shark face.
Does it have a face?
Nice.
Yeah, it has a shark face. But the shark face was just for a cool factor. The best thing about this is its body and its tail. This tail isn't like your typical fluke, right? So where a fluke will jut and have that erratic up and down, or if you rig it differently, it'll jut down. This thing has that subtle glide to it, and instead of jutting straight, it oscillates, right? So it's it's killer. It's killer. You nose rig that thing is bad. I love that for all kinds of things. And then I really love finesse worming. This is a LOD worm. I brought out the bright colors to try to make it seem better, but this thing's segmented real nice. I pour in different durometers too. So like I have guys who purely do salt. They're like, hey man, I need that thing punchy. I'm like, okay. And then I have some guys who throw in salt and they're like, I don't care if it falls apart after my first cast. I need it to be feathered light. So I do a lot of custom.
I like it light.
Yeah. I think there's two trains of thought on that. So power fishing, somebody saying I'm a power fisherman, I'm a finesse guy. Coming where we come from, that's kind of a homogenous thing, meaning like you can power fish finesse, right?
Yeah.
And some guys, it's just that supple feel. Like my brother's old school bass fisherman, he saltwater fisherman. He likes real soft. I like stiff, and I like to punch through crap that you shouldn't fish in. I like to get in pockets where nobody can get in. But
I like heavy weight with a soft plastic.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
not a stiff plastic. I like a soft
freshwater
plastic.
Yes. Okay.
On a heavy weight.
On a heavy weight, exactly.
Not like a Kitech. not to knock Kitech.
No. I would rather have a Kitech than a bait that's too stiff.
Yeah.
I would rather have a bait that falls apart after every fish than a bait that lasts for 7 fish, but I only catch 7 fish instead of 30 on a Kitech.
Yeah. So like these Giggle Brims are extremely soft. This pour. The heavy weight portion, when you have that and it drops, you get all the action. Like on a free rig, man, that thing goes wild. But you were asking about some of the proprietary stuff. This is the truck stop.
What about your slugs? What sizes do you do those?
Oh, so right now, Sammy had a very specific idea. He wanted a 5.1, but what I'm doing is I'm bringing them all the way down for crappie guys, because I had guys out here wanting this ultra small.
So you're designing those right now?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Nice. Yeah, this is going to be part of that Lake Dub thing. You can't see it, but there's a lot of texture on here. But I'm not going to lie to you, texture is just a cool factor, right?
Yeah.
But But you can get this thing all the way up to 9, 10 inches, 12 inches. I mean, whatever people want, I will make it, you know, if there's a use. I like doing retardedly big baits and I like really small baits. You know, I'm kind of in between. So one thing I was going to talk about though is I have a soft truck stop sushi as well. This thing is
you got it on soft,
cool.
Yeah,
dude.
and it's got a hook
It's
slot.
weedless.
Yeah, it's weedless. I got a line through variant and I got a hook slot variant. But this man,
is that injection or is that an open pour?
this is this one here is an injection. And it's just the
Dude,
way
that looks sick.
I do a lot of open pour techniques with injection. I started off as an open pour guy, so I do a lot of things that shouldn't make sense for injection. But my whole intent is until I can get it exactly how I vision it, I won't stop. So if that means I have to paint and encapsulate, or if I have to triple laminate or use a heat gun and just be a pain in the ass and go over and over and over it, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, if you're gonna pay money for something from me, I want you to be able to share in that experience. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to sell you a turd, man.
True that.
Yeah,
True
but
that.
I've got all kinds of stuff, man. Like this is an Ani craw. It's literally got an Ani face on it. This one's ultra rigid, but this was designed specifically for pitching in cover and whatnot, putting on like a Ned head or a bullet weight kind of situation. Phenomenal creature bait. This is actually going to be the craw style bait that's going to be in that pocket with the slug. Yeah, but
that's all part of the slug packet you said?
Yeah, that's it's a Lake Dub collaboration. That's literally what I'm calling it. And the whole point of that whole project was to bring people to fishing, to music, and to that culture from that area specifically, because that is like something deep in my heart, man. Like I don't know, man. You go somewhere else, people don't understand SoCal. They don't understand the whole vibe.
They just think it's a bunch of crazy people.
Bunch of guys with gray Dickies black shirts and a bunch of tattoos.
Bunch of tattoos, big piercings in their ears. You know, they're always wearing black.
Dude, why you say that? 90% of my clothes are black.
Hey, dude, same here.
And one of my friends out here too.
It's okay that you live out of state and you're wearing a white shirt. It makes sense.
Every time I wear a straight brim, they're like, "What's wrong with your hat?" I'm like,
"You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know."
Yeah. I used to wear.
But Luke says it's funny. Well, I think it's funny to me, but he said he was trying to fish in Florida like he fishes down here and couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
I almost died.
He's trying to wear all black.
Yeah,
no, we were like miles into the Everglades on foot.
Oh my god!
And my buddy's like, "You doing all right?" I was like, "I just need a water."
Yeah, dude. Luckily, I listened to my dad, because my dad originally, he was born in Pacoima and just grew up out there his whole life, and we were versed in that. But when he moved to Florida, it's like flip flops, shorts, and like ultra light, like sometimes a button up shirt. He's got the hamburger hanging out. I'm like, the fuck, man.
So how often do you come down to Cali?
So because of my military, what I was going to say about that is, like, the last time I actually went, unfortunately, was when my grandma passed, like about a year and a half ago. We were out in Bellflower hanging out and doing all that, but I haven't been able to get out there as much as I'd like to. But I retired from the military in 2 years, and when that happens, I got a plan, man. I got a strong executive plan. I'm going to go Anthony Bourdain with fishing. Yeah. But I'm
just gonna travel the world.
Yeah, take advantage of it. Take advantage of all the things I can, man.
That's cool, man.
It's
so
that's what
let's move into. Wouldn't it be cool for all of us to do that? Fish around the world.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, I'm starting now.
Yeah.
I'm starting in 4 weeks.
I'll tell you what.
4 weeks.
We waste so much money on random bullshit, right? So if you curb that just a little bit, it is not that expensive to travel. And really, you should start while you have your life and your health now, man. I'm serious. The worst thing people can say is, "Oh, I'm gonna start this X." Just try small at first and expand it, man. You know what I mean?
No, I'm telling you, that's what
message.
Yeah. What branch /MOS? United States Army. I was originally a 25 Quebec. I'm now a 25 hotel, but I've specialized in tactical communications. I did a lot of weird stuff. So I've been out of ForceCom or operational army for a while now. I was on a selective tier 1 support thing for a while. And then sorry, I'm going off on some military stuff.
Nah.
I think that's Dylan asking, and he's asking you that because he's ex-military. I think he was a
Yeah.
mortar operator.
This is Dylan?
He's
Yeah.
got he's got 11X next to him, right? Which is usually infantry candidate. But if he was 11 Charlie, that means he's smart infantry. I love my mortars. Love my mortars, man.
Oh, he said 11C. He was 11C.
Yeah, he's a mortarman. Those guys are bad.
You know what I will say? Dylan's cool as fuck. Anytime we're
Airborne?
doing something, if Dylan's there, he's just like he's down hanging out with us all day.
So
yeah, I like hanging out with him. Big shout out to Mordecai.
yeah.
I've been wanting to float tube with that guy for a long time, but he never wants to take me.
So the other thing about Dylan, he just said he's airborne. Those airborne infantry, just bad hombres, man. So Afghanistan, I was in a recon element rolling around with a lot of them dudes.
It makes sense that Dylan's airborne. That never clicked with me, but it makes perfect sense because his kind of, I'd say like what sets him apart from people
Yeah.
is he finds places you shouldn't launch from and jumps in and launches his float
Kamikaze
tubes.
mode.
Yeah,
Kamikaze mode.
I'm going to give you a snapshot of infantry in a nutshell. Everybody talks crap about them like they're a bunch of knuckle draggers, but they're some of the smartest people I ever met. And the reason why is they literally face every hardship you can. So when they know something's hard, they're going to find a way to circumvent it, right? If you want a standard made, ask an infantryman because they already fucked it up 6 times. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like they will breach through every little thing they can. And the other cool thing is they're some of the most loyal, realist people you'll meet, and they're the most compassionate, man. And when you know the totality of your action, you tend to have a heart, man.
Nah, he's super cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Super cool dude.
He's known for going out where other people won't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was trying to float tube Catalina last time. Well, he went to go scope it out.
He just went on a recon mission. He's gonna be float tubing Catalina next time.
That's crazy.
I bet you he could drop deuce anywhere, light a cigarette anywhere, sleep anywhere.
Dude, they were in somewhere I think that was hard to get to. And he had a drill with the propeller on the end of it in his float tube.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like infantry will find a way, bro. I did air assault for a long time, and those dudes were crazy. That's where you fast rope. That dude jumped out of planes, man.
I wanted to talk about your art. Because you do paint some. You're like comic books bring comic book meet hard baits, right? But like most of your artwork too. Like, do you do that?
Yeah,
not on the baits, but like your actual art, like digital art.
I was looking at your samurai holding the fishing rod, but he had
that was sick.
Yeah. So
dude, I was looking at that. I was like, man, that's so cool.
I want to get some of that tatted on me, man. Like,
so you drew all that?
Yeah, absolutely. Traditionally, before I even got into fishing or whatever, my brother was the fishing guy, man. Like my whole family fished and whatnot. But my brother, it was like his thing, man. Like back in the day when Echo was not gentrified and all nice, he used to go up there and fish, man. And
okay.
It's just my brother, like he will go anywhere he can. But
you say used to? Is he not with us anymore?
No. He moved out of California recently. He moved to Colorado Springs, Colorado, and
okay. Oh yeah. Man, he's in Colorado. That's beautiful.
Oh, dude, there's a lake out there called Pueblo, right? And when we first started fishing it when we were younger, man, it was brutal, like super pressured, kind of like how California had that spell of like super pressure, and you had to live out there to get a bite, right? I'm talking more largemouth here, but now
it's still going on.
Well, some parts are picking up, man. Some parts are picking up, but they keep fucking it up because they regulate what days you can go on and off, and fucking. And I feel for you guys out there. But I don't blame you for sticking to the salt, man. Seriously, like it's not even worth it sometimes.
It's kind of crazy when you think of it, right? Where it's like there's specific days and hours I can fish this lake.
Yeah,
you're gonna tell me I can't fish this lake at night, but I could go into the ocean and cross 30 miles to Catalina anytime I want.
Anytime you want.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, and the not to get political or anything, because like I'm a punk rock guy at my heart, man, but I'm all about open waters for people. like all about it. That's another thing I'm going to do when
Well,
I get out of the Army is like
I,
really work on conservation.
I will bring this up. In California, we've had both parties be governors, and it wasn't like we got a Republican governor and all of a sudden the lakes were open at
No,
night.
hell no, no. So the problem with conservation is it's not a political thing at all, but it's
But
an oversight usually.
the lakes being open at night isn't even conservation. It's we don't trust you at night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
We
I
can
mean,
control the parking lot here.
but
Yeah.
part of that, if you have awareness and education in fishing, and you have people, you know, not over poaching and being respectful, but then that's a cultural thing, right? It's not being a douche. That's really what
Yeah.
it comes down to. But when you have a mass party of people, someone will always fuck it up, man. It's how it goes, man. But
That's in anything, though. You know,
no,
that's in
absolutely,
anything.
absolutely. But
Anything. They'll
my
find a way. It's,
my biggest thing is I always believed whatever you do, you got to be a steward of it, right? So, like, I used to know hardcore gangbangers who opened the doors for old ladies, right? They were stewards of their profession, right? So we, as fishermen, we have a responsibility to kind of, even though we look rough at times or we look crazy or whatever, or they see us loading in weird spots, kind of owe it to do those communal outreach things. Well, I see a lot of people doing that, and it just draws more of an awareness in a positive manner to that. So it opens up more access, creates more of a better climate for it, right? Like no politician can change shit. We can't change the world, but we can be the change we want to see, right? You can influence it directly. And that's more what I'm talking about. I could give a shit less about politics and policies. I'm just talking about getting out there and try to educate people on how we can protect these things. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If everybody kind of has a give a fuck factor, then they take care of it. You know what I mean? But
For
Exactly.
sure.
the art thing though, man. So I was a tag artist for a long time.
Oh, nice.
Most of my tattoos I drew. I always loved art. Always, it was like always my passion. And so I took that, and I grew up late '80s, '90s kid. You know, I'm 38. So martial arts, Japanese culture, especially coming where I come from. You know, street art was always my thing. I used to love like the old Oaxacan art or Chicano art. I love native art. Like one of my favorite things about traveling the world is art and music are a common denominator between people, right?
Yeah.
And so you want to learn a people's culture. You want to really embrace them. You learn about their art. You learn about their music, man. And it's cool, man. It's way cool. But that's kind of what got me into just doing my thing on baits,
Do
man.
you ever do like commission pieces?
Yeah, all the time, man. I have people. One of my infantry brothers, and Zippo might like this, but he literally handed me a bait, and he's like, "I want you to do a dick in full tactical gear." I'm like, "All right, bro," but I did it, man, and he loves that bait. Yeah, but yeah, I do commission work all the time. I've done memorial pieces for somebody. The weirdest request I ever got is this guy gave me ashes from his dad, and he's like, "Can you pour this in a topwater bait for me? So when I go fishing, he's always with me." I'm like, "Damn!" I'm like, "All right, man," you know. And so I did it up. I painted a memorial kind of piece for him. And the reason why I didn't put it on blast out there on the internet, it wasn't for clout. It was for this guy. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I love taking.
What about like designs? Like
What do you mean?
like digital designs?
Oh
Or
yeah,
like
yeah. So I'd say about 90% of my stuff is 100% me. Now there's a couple things you can see on my site to where you're like, Chat GPT. But what I'll do sometimes just to refine and just make it a little more asymmetrical is I do a lot of stuff on Procreate. I do a lot of stuff like by hand, ink and pen, take a picture of it. I use a lot of mixed media, man. And one thing I found is I fucking hate 100% AI art. I hate it.
yeah.
Right. However, it can be a tool to refine things, right? So if you teach it, from working in IT in the Army and doing different things, you can manipulate things to enforce your skill, right? And so I've done that just with a couple small designs, but 90% of my stuff is mine, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. See, and I don't kayfabe either. I'll tell you the straight truth. A lot
That's
of guys
cool,
hide.
man.
Where I like it is I'll have 30 ideas.
Yeah.
And I go like, boom, let's get these ideas on paper. Okay, I don't like those 25. Here's the 5
Yeah.
that I'm now going to start drawing out.
Yeah. So you being an artist, man, and you know this too. Both of you know this. Yeah, like your brain you can't shut it off sometimes. So it's a way to collect and organize thought, man. And that's
also sometimes what's in here doesn't translate to paper.
Doesn't translate in paper.
Imagine,
man.
I've got a
Dude, that'd be
weird
sick.
I've got a weird cognitive ability. After I got hit in Afghanistan, my marbles got a little scrambled, right? But one beautiful thing that happened to it is if I see something, like visually conceptualize it, 90% of the time I can do it. I can like make it happen, but it's hard getting to that point. And there's a saying I heard before, you got to train the muse, right? I read this book called The War of Art, and it kind of like trains you to walk into that. And it sounds wild. I was bored one time doing training and I read this book and I'm like, shit. And I started kind of practicing it. And the more I focused on that one act of trying to isolate that vision of it, I got better at it, man.
That's dope.
Yeah. Mushrooms probably helped me back in the day too.
You're like, there it is. You're like, there it is. Let me put that on paper real quick.
And of course,
so I'm
go for it. I'm only talking about store-bought ones.
Nah, but it's super cool to see all that stuff, man. I mean, I first got exposed to your things because of Sammy. I think Sammy was promoting you hard out here, and I was like, dude, what the heck? Like, some of these lures look like straight out of a comic book strip, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm all into that crazy stuff.
I can't tell you how much that samurai one has stuck with me today.
That one's 100% me, dude. Yeah.
Where I'll be sitting there and being like, damn it, I want to make a samurai shirt. Damn it.
Do it, man. Do it. Look, you're not biting. You're not biting anybody or anything. You do that because your samurai is going to look different than my samurai, right?
100%.
I'm going to wait like a year to come out with the samurai. That way we got enough time on the books.
Yeah, man.
But no, seriously, that like, you know how it is. You're an artist. Sometimes you'll see a piece of art and you're just like, man, that one's talking to me.
Yeah.
That one talked to me.
I like doing parodies sometimes. Like, I love making music references and stuff like that. And every once in a while, I'll see a parody that somebody did, and I'm like, motherfucker, I thought of that like a year ago. Just I shat on it, didn't do anything with it. And now this guy did it. But Hashimoto Designs, he's a guy who designs lures up in Canada. He has a shirt that says Brim or Bream. Bass rule everything around me, and I'm like,
dude, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's
right,
cool.
Dude. What? Does he sell that?
I got it. Yeah, he does. He sells the shirts. But I got another design that's going on a shirt soon. You remember Land O'Lakes, the girl holding the little butter?
Yeah.
Right. My mom used to cut the knees off of it and put it where the butter was, and so she had tatas. But I took that and I put a bass in a Norse chick's hands, and it says Land of Toads. Right.
Dude.
Yeah. I just dumb shit like that. Like
bass rule, what? Bass rule everything around me?
Yeah. After this, I'll send you a link, bro. I'll send you a link. Like he got
I
me
love
with
it.
That one. Yeah.
That is sick, dude.
Sometimes
bass rule everything around me.
Sometimes my designs don't make sense to other people. Like I have this
They just gotta be crazy, man.
Yeah, I have this one
I
shirt.
love everything. I'm telling you, dude, like I love seeing crazy stuff because it speaks to me. There's a couple artists that do that to me, man. Like I don't remember the name right now, but the one that does Toxic Bait's art, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember his name either.
Super sick, dude.
That's not Daggerface, is it?
No. It's like he's an
artist.
artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
like he creates
artist. He only does fish stuff for Toxic.
If you want to see some crazy fish art, there's a guy named Stockton, right?
Fly to Frame.
There you go. He is amazing.
Is that his name?
I talk about this one a bit when I was first going, I'm going to do the fish art thing.
Yeah.
There were 3 people I was looking at. It was Credo, Chovy, and Stockton Fly to Frame. And they were all people who were kind of up my alley.
Yeah.
And it was like, I got to figure out how I fit in where I'm not looking like any of these 3 guys.
It's hard. It's hard sometimes because that imprints on you.
The first year I was doing stuff, I wouldn't sell it. I was literally just painting and throwing it away.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it's too much like that. I gotta make sure I'm solidly in my lane.
Yeah.
Dude, Credo, one of my good buddies. I I love the way he does things. You know, it's more like you know what it is, but the
Yeah.
way he does things, right? It's not like your typical like, oh, that's a fish. You know, you got to really like. But if you know, how can I say it? If you know art, it's a bunch of pieces, right, put together,
Yeah.
and then it gets.
Every artist has a signature. You hit a point to where you
So
truly
that's.
come into your own, and you can tell just by looking at, oh, that's Credo, or
Oh,
that's, you know,
I could
yeah,
notice it like
yeah,
anywhere, man. Like I
yeah.
could notice Credo's art anywhere.
It's like a
Um,
thumbprint. You know what I mean?
for sure. And then Luke has that style of like it looks wild, you
Well,
know?
Yeah.
that's my thing right now. That was I'm working on a couple different styles. I think I've got a bunch of stuff I can show you that you'd be like, I didn't know that was you.
That's cool.
But
One thing,
Chobi art, you know who Chobi art is, Chris?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Chobi got that crazy style too, man.
One
Big shout
thing
outs
I'm
to him. Super
one
cool guy. And
one
then
thing with the.
Kosh
Oh,
is
I'm
like,
sorry.
dude, Kosh is like one of my favorite artists when it comes to fishing.
This is kind of on point. It's not me like trying to do a shameless plug, but
Nah, nah, you're good.
one thing I'm doing
You're
with the
good.
truck stop sushi is there's a couple old painters, lure painters that like retired. I'm bringing them out of retirement to paint a couple. I sent some to Howling Wolf in Japan. There's a couple people in Germany. So end state is there's artists that inspired me that aren't even lure people, right?
Mhm.
There's current painters that I respect. And so what I'm doing is I'm sending out some of my blanks to them. And initially the way I brokered this is I said, hey, you guys are what keeps me alive today. You are what inspired me and you're what keeps me going currently. So would you mind painting a couple lures? I'll sell them, split the money with you. However you want to do this, I want to compensate you out of respect. And every single one of them were like, no, man, you're good. I'll paint them. I'll send it back to you. So what I'm doing in return with that is I'm taking the money and I'm giving it to, there's a outreach out here. There's this guy all by himself goes out and finds raptors, wild birds, and he puts them back in nature. There's a shit ton of bald eagles out here. And he does foxes, he does wolves, all kinds of stuff, but he's self-funded. So I'm gonna take a portion of that, give it to him. That way he can keep doing his thing.
That's cool.
And then
Nice.
the other portion I'm gonna give to mental health and recovery. Because
I
those are
love that.
they're near and dear to me, man. And I'm not keeping a cent from it, but I'm gonna call that series of the Truck Stop Sushi the Elite Artist Series. I'm gonna make sure I do flyers for each artist, talk about where they're from, what they're about, plug all their information. That way it gives them notoriety too,
Dude, that's
Um,
super cool.
and I'm willing to
Um,
send them to other artists too. It's just these are the ones I reached out to initially. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
super cool. It's mental health is important, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Especially in males because males, they don't tend to talk about stuff like that a lot.
Well,
Um,
let me. How old are you, man?
I'm 37.
Yeah, and brother, how old are
You
you?
getting old? You getting old, Charlie? Dude, I always forget how old I am. I'm
He's
early
41. He's
I'm
42.
in my
Right.
early
So
40s.
we're in the same spectrum of that weird generation. So our generation was like the baby boomer generation. They're like, oh, it's cool. You can recover, blah, blah, blah. You got to go to college. You got to do this. You can get a house. And I'm like, bullshit. Our generation, if we hiccup wrong, we pay for it for 13 years. You know what I mean? Like the
Dude.
stuff we've had to face in our lifetime, like they're like this, you only see this once in your life. I heard that 13 fucking events ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you get to a point to where because of situation and where you're at, you become callous, you become desensitized to it. So there's certain merits that you don't know to discuss, and it's still eating you. Like even living in Cali daily, you got to battle just to get to the store, man. Like
I've got this photo. It's a piece of art,
Yeah.
and there's a mouse in a knight's outfit walking across a bunch of skulls, and it says, I'm trying to remember exactly what it says. It says, I carry on because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And when I'm having a bad day, I pull up that photo.
Yeah. I'm not like a hardcore religious guy or anything. I'm open to many, many, many things. But one thing that I always loved was I think it's Isaiah 6:8. They say who you get, or they're calling out for somebody. You say, "Send me, I am here." Right? And for some reason that always stuck with me. And another thing I love is ask not for lighter load, ask for broader shoulders. I always love that saying. That was cool.
Dude.
It's just nobody ever came to save me, man. And I'm not saying that like in a fuck me right kind of way. It's just I've always had to pull myself up from my own bootstraps. And the community we've built, we have hardened men who are willing to help each other. But a lot of conversations we don't have sometimes is, hey, I'm not all right. I'm not all right. And it's okay to be there,
It is true, man. You know, like some people they won't be available, but if you push through, man, you could get through them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very hard to understand that sometimes.
One thing most people need to understand is there's always a tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow, right? It's not promised to you. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's life after whatever bullshit you're going through, right? But the person you will be when you can punch through that is so much stronger, man. Like all the BS I've ever faced in my life, Afghanistan, life before that, you know, I dropped out of high school, got my GED, all this weird crap, you know, like just crap I've been through. I am literally as compassionate and wholehearted as I am today because of that, but I'm also formidable because of that. And that has allowed me to be empathetic and open to the world at 38. You know what I mean? Like by the time we get to our age, there is no midlife crisis. We're cruising. We know where we want to be. We know the tribe we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
That is the midlife crisis.
Yeah. And the more you face your mental health, the more unapologetic you are about who you are, and the more organic everything is around you.
Well, that's part of it, right? Like once you
like everyone does something different, right? Like some people buy a Ferrari and some people buy some new fishing poles.
Yeah, 100%. I just broke one of my swim bait rods. I almost cried, but
oh, dude,
which one?
So this one was a piece of shit. It was a Halo, but I loved it.
Imagine if you would have broke one of the good ones.
Oh God, I know, man. But the Halo worked for me for a long time. Right now, I'm looking at.
Who makes that rod?
Halo was its own company, dude. It was
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's off-brand as hell. The only reason I like that swim bait rod is it was like old school as hell, like one of the original ones, and my brother gave it to me, right? But I'm looking at a Poison Adrana right now, and I'm trying to pick up this Calcutta because I was using the Tula for a little bit. Not my thing. But
hey, you either love them or you don't.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. People could argue about gear all day, but I seen a dude with an ugly stick wreck house, you know. So
right,
dude, straight up.
Casting that ugly stick gets old though.
Here's what I'll tell you about that. So
it's too noodly or what?
If you've ever driven,
dude, I have like 3 sitting in my living room right now.
If you've ever driven original Ranger, like 4 on the floor, and then you get behind like a Supermax and drive that, you're like, oh damn, now I know how to use this performance. Now I know what this is about, right? And that's what it's like when you get higher level fishing gear. But you got to start on the shit because then you become surgical. When
Very true, man. Very true. I am yes. You have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. One of the things Daniel used to say, you know, we got to bring in Daniel even though he's not here. Is we were fishing this one time. I was like, dude, you got to get a new reel and a better rod. And he goes, the fish can't tell what I'm using. I go, yeah, but my cast is going 40 feet further than yours. You're not in the zone right now.
Yeah.
See, that's actually what got me, man. Because I picked up, my brother had a PAL Max with a Stratic on it for a spinning reel, and for freshwater, I mean that thing was dialed in his older stuff, and he had some Primo line on it, and he was just zooming right in the cut, like getting in these amazing spots. My brother likes to fish a little more careful than me, so I was like, let me try, and I'm skipping it in the pockets where I couldn't do that with mine, and I'm like, okay, time to upgrade. You know what I mean? That really helped.
We've actually got a couple swim bait rods we're working on right now. We got some exciting stuff coming.
I'd rather support you than anybody else, man. So keep me posted on that. I'm dead ass. Like, I got a guy. I got a guy down in.
Lunchbox has tested out a couple of them, and Nate Steelo's tested out a couple of them.
Hell yeah!
So they're just kind of still. We got to do another meet and swap.
Yeah,
probably a couple more.
When you're ready to drop that, though, I'll definitely support. I'm all about that. I was going to show you something though. You were asking about art. I do physical art too. So
okay,
yeah. So what this is if you look, it's 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
These are all pill bottles, right?
Dude.
Okay. So what this is 9 months worth of mental health medication that I had to take. Right here, that says snafu, situation normal, all fucked up. So the whole point of this is I was in a really bad place when I made it, and I wanted to be like big middle finger to the industry that tells us this is what we have to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they think that's the answer, right? Like, oh, just medicate.
Yeah. Well, the wrong kind of medication sometimes too. Right?
Oh, For sure. So
Yeah.
we're coming up to the end. You got any PVs you want to share? Like any big fish? What's your biggest largemouth?
Oh, dude, my biggest largemouth is 13 even. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. I caught a 13-pound largemouth. I was in Augusta doing training, and there was some
dude.
ponds in the back 40. I had a swim bait with an underspin, and dude, I just had a feeling, pitched it, and I was on the phone with my brother, which is
You
hilarious.
knew it was
Yeah,
there.
yeah, man. It was one of those times where you catch something, and you start shaking.
Dude. I
Yeah,
know the feeling, trust. I
yeah,
almost
yeah.
cried. I kind of
You
cried
didn't
when I got
almost.
my
You
8
didn't
pound
almost. You
calico.
didn't almost. You cried, and it's
But
okay.
see it
It's
no
okay.
if you don't know,
I hugged
I
you.
know you did. But if you don't know about something like that, right?
Yeah,
You wouldn't know the feeling. Like fishing to people is boring,
I
yeah,
think
you
there was
know?
yeah,
other stuff going on too.
Yeah, but still that was a cherry on top, right?
I was in my feels, bro. I was very emotional about it.
Dude, that's sick.
But out here in Iowa, man, if you catch a 6-pound bass, that's big. That's very big. They have bigger, but they're older up here. But like a 6-pound bass could be 10 years old, man. Here,
Hmm.
you go down to Florida, that's like fucking 2 years old, right? But they have these weird F1s here. So it's northern strain, Florida strain put together. They call them an F1. They harbor cold better and allegedly grow faster, right? But caught a lot of healthy guys like that this season.
Dude,
I
that
caught
13 must have been a bucket, man.
my favorite though. I caught this 4.5-pound smallmouth, but he was like a brick. He was a
Whew.
brick, and it just like football, man. And it's so fun. I haven't caught huge peacocks, but I caught a lot of them. You know what I mean? And then one of my
What's your
proudest,
biggest peacock?
God, like fucking 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds. Yeah, I was catching them. I was catching them in a the place where I was catching them was just cool that I was catching them even that big. It was like pecker deep water in a canal behind my dad's
Hmm.
place. My brother pissed me off because we were fishing the same time. He pulled out like a 5, easy, and I'm like, I fucking hate you because I kept catching. They were in kind of like a spawning mode, so I kept catching males. My brother
Oh,
was
okay.
yeah, he was dialed into these females, and he'd wait till I pulled the small guy and he'd pitch. I'm like, I hate you.
What about out here? Have you fished the salt? Like, have you caught any big fish in the salt?
No, not yet, man. I know that's sad. It's sad,
It's
but
gonna
like,
happen, bro. It's gonna
yeah,
happen. It's
unfortunately,
gonna happen.
You're gonna do your Anthony Bourdain trip. You'll be good.
yeah, the military has kind of restricted what I can and can't do. Not because of force or anything. It's just sometimes you have family needs, you have duty
Hmm.
needs, and then you have brim needs, and sometimes those don't collide, right? But
Yep.
I really want to get out there. I need to. Sammy and I've never met face to face, but that's my boy,
Oh,
right?
you'll wait
Isn't that
until you
weird?
meet him, that man. Solid dude.
Yeah, he's
Solid dude.
awesome. He's awesome, and
Um,
I'd love to meet all you guys, man.
hey, it'll
Dude,
happen
well,
for
when you
sure.
do your tour, we'll see you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But
But Chris, man, it's been a pleasure having you. I love what you're doing, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for hopping
yeah,
on time on the water with us. It's really cool to see. Just we're trying to showcase everybody, man.
yeah,
And
man.
that's the cool thing about it. It makes it's raw. We're not editing anything like this,
Yeah.
and we just talk fishing.
If
I
y'all,
gotta say, Daniel, a couple weeks back said, "Hey, Charlie, let's stay true to what we're doing, but let's start trying to broaden this. Let's get out of SoCal a little." And Charlie got you on the show. And it's so cool. It's like what a way to go, Charlie. This has been a
Right?
really fun one.
We got to move out. I think we not next week, next month we have 40 lures. So it's like
yeah,
a frog company.
yes,
They're-
they make the murder frog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
they're I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah, those guys, they're killer guys, dude. They're
Yeah, but
killer, man. Yeah,
so yeah, episode 100 to 200, we wanted to just broaden our scope a little and help. Thank you for helping us start that off on episode 101.
yeah. If you guys as a community out there, you guys individually, you ever want to collab, you ever want anything, you need support, like don't hesitate, man. And I'll definitely do what I can
I
in
got a
any way.
couple ideas in my head already.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
But yeah, man. With that being said, Chris, thanks a lot. Keep doing what you're doing. Guys, go out and fish, stick some big ones. Can't wait to see them. And you know, all this we do is because we feel what we love. We feel the love of fishing, man. And
Absolutely.
thanks a lot. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hey, thanks,
Peace.
All right,
boys.
guys. Thank you for coming out.
Take care.